help him improve, Riyadh. And my friend Riyadh is obviously a very good-looking guy for a fight game too, which is, it's good for the sport too, because people expect you to come in here looking like, you've done 100 rounds before you start. And there's a lot of articulate fighters in this game, and good-looking guys too.
Yes, John Shiels, one of those articulate fighters, excellent karate background as well. He's a really solid professional martial artist. And the good thing about John is he will not go away from anyone. He will take on any comers. As you said, he took Riyadh on short notice, knowing his record. John shies away from no one.
That's right. And obviously this is kickboxing rules, full contact kickboxing, which means there are no kicks to the legs, there are no knees, no elbows. So what you'll see here is the pure excitement of kicking techniques and boxing ability.
Yes, and Riyadh started very cautiously for him, working his way in. Nice spin reverse side kick there from John Shiels. Very focused. Riyadh getting the extra training with John Lawson. Obviously, John Shiels must be that much more confident as well.
That's right. And we just talked about low kicks. He attempted the sweep there. The sweep is allowed. It's where they use the inside of the foot rather than the shin. And that's why the referee allowed that.
Yes, very cautious start by both men. Riyadh, higher guard than we're used to seeing.
Well, this is Riyadh's back guard, and this is where he's had quite a few of his wins in this actual venue. So it's a great place for him. This is where he's had his victory and his titles. So obviously he's going to be playing to the crowd as well. And we'll probably see some spectacular techniques, which is what we used to.
They come to see the guys that knock people out.
That's right. And again, people watching back at home, if you understand that there are 3 basic disciplines in Thai boxing and kickboxing. Again, the crowd appreciating these techniques. Oh,
and the reply from John there, Sandy.
Yeah.
Again, tit for tat stuff here, but the first fight was noticeable for one really big thing, and that was Riyadh never caught John once cleanly.
But he just caught him cleanly there with a nice body shot there. Okay, the Riyadh caught him in the body. Good kick. I mean, obviously you notice he's got the foot boots on, which would take a little bit of sting out of it, but you get caught right there, the floating rib, okay, we've seen it before, you will go down from one of those shots.
I just feel that what might define this fight for John Shiels is how he takes one if Riyadh gets through clean with one of those big punches. A lot of his knockouts come through kick-punch combinations. I think John smiles at him and to say, hey, you can't hurt me. So it'll be interesting to see if he does get through clean.
Right, but it's what Riyadh needed actually, because I can't say he's had it his own way, because he has been up against some good opposition as well. He's not been fighting muppets, he has been fighting good class opposition. But I think this, John, is his toughest test to date.
Yes, he's seasoned, 80 fights, karate and kickboxing. He's been in with everyone and everywhere. And it shows. He's got ring craft, he's got experience, he knows how to defend himself and look after himself, which I think they're the best tools you can build on. Spinning hook kick there that almost landed.
That's right, and these are the trademark kicks of this particular discipline. People like to watch the fancy kicks, and they always favour well with the crowd.
Yes, a favourite kick that of Riyadh. He lands it well as well.
Yeah, interestingly, I mean, he is very accurate with that kick, Malcolm, isn't he? 9 times out of 10 that lands.
Yes, and often when it's on the ropes, he likes to follow it up. This is one thing with Riyadh at the moment. He hasn't followed up as much of his work as I've seen in the past, and I think maybe this is a remark of respect to John Shiels from their last fight.
Yes.
Comes in at you, so you can't get the leverage in your punches to make the others clean. Referee noticed it and said, bring your head up.
That's right.
That's a good bit of gamesmanship from a wily campaigner.
That's right, that's where all that ring experience comes in. That's where you play, that's what you draw upon from experience. But the referee's telling him to keep his head a little bit higher. And there's the sweep.
Riyadh laughed. That just buys you time. A sweep without a follow-up often can just annoy your opponent. It gives you a bit of a breather. But the best sweeps just take you off balance for the hooking punches.
I'd like to see this fight over perhaps as full contact kickboxing does. They go the greater rounds. And I think this will be a very interesting one, Malcolm, over the the higher rounds. That can make a great fight.
You're right, over 7 or 10 maybe for something meaningful. I think John's proven his credentials. After 3 here, you're right, both men are still very cautious. They're not really letting the big shots go and a little held back. But as you can see here, he's a very clever fighter, excellent off both feet. And Riyadh...
Yeah, I mean, if I was to, you to push me off the edge, I would perhaps, because Riyadh's accuracy are on a couple of techniques over John, personally. That's just in my opinion up to now.
Good right hand there from Riyadh as well, but John moves back cleverly.
Yeah,
at the beginning of this round, he's just taken a little bit more.
Yes, I feel that John is the busier of the two, but I do feel that Riyadh is just the cleaner. He's just got that, he is very, I've got to say, I am impressed with his accuracy.
Yes, I think John Lawson's told him to step it up and look for, because the combination work is really starting to come in now. the combination work from Riyad. This is the first round, he's really beginning to show it. Yes, and John under pressure really for the first time in the fight. Calling him on again bravely.
Ooh.
Good shot there.
Yeah.
I think he rocked Riyad for a moment there.
He did a little bit, but I mean the thing is, he can't just rely on the big bombs. Those will knock out if they land. Riyad seems to be the busier fighter. Like you said, he has stepped it up. He's put his foot on the gas, and he's come out firing his round. But I think he needed to, because there wasn't a clear difference between the two fighters earlier on.
John Shiels bringing his own combination in there, digging in deeply after the big bombs from Riyad.
Yes,
into
excellent.
the body.
Yeah, good punches and then a nice front kick, pushing his opponent off. Good little tactic that.
And another nice combination from John. He's getting through. This following very much the first fight,
isn't it? It's
Sandy.
almost an action replay. This is the first one where, okay, Riyad comes strong when he's grimaced there. He's grimacing.
John
That means
Shiels
he's hurt.
is rocking him, Sandy.
Yeah.
He has rocked Riyad.
It is. It's almost a repeat performance of the first fight. Okay, Riyad comes out strong, and then John turns it around.
And Riyad's blinking there as well. He's been stung, he's been hurt.
But it shows though as well, you know, people call fighters like Riyad sometimes saying, oh, you know, they can give it out, but they can't take it. But he's showing here he can take. He's just took another cracking, two absolute storming left hooks, Malcolm.
Well, just as Riyad started the round strongly and looked to be in control, John Shiels ends it with a flourish and was the cleaner, and to be honest, I think he might have even turned that round around.
Yes, I think if I was judging, I mean, at the start of that, I mean, my pen was being pushed to a 10-9 round for Riyad, and at the end of the round, I'm sorry, but the 10-9's gone the other way. Again, it's unofficial, Malcolm, what we do. You know, it's just for the viewers back at home.
Two hooks clean there, Sandy.
Yes.
Left and then a right, and Riyad was wobbling. He's not quite there.
Ooh.
Another left hook
And another right. Jeez, that's fantastic. I mean, like you said, 4 punches there. So this could be the deciding factor, Malcolm, because I think it is still close. John might be slightly ahead, only because of the barrage at the end of the round.
I think John will go for the knockout, Sandy. I think John will go for the knockout.
Yes.
And could get caught on the counter, but I think John's going to go for it.
Yes, I think he needs to, though, to make a difference in this fight, because I don't think they want another. Either of these fighters probably do not want to draw, and one of them's going to have to stamp some, some more authority.
Shields again going for it. Caught Riyad clean there.
Yeah.
Riyad is out on his feet, I think.
Well, he wobbled, but he wobbled, Malcolm, but he looked all right. That shows his conditioning. He did wobble, you're right. His legs went, his head went a little bit, but he stood right back up after it.
This could
right
be fatal for him, though. Now this is round 5 at
That's
a 10-8 round, Sandy. Riyad has got to stop his man now. He has got to stop John.
Yeah.
The only danger for John Shields now is getting caught on the counter as his arms are swinging.
I say he needs to be careful, because Riyad is dangerous. We've seen him do this before. Riyad's come under an onslaught and just turned it round.
He needs to, Sandy. He really needs to put John under pressure here.
Both fighters resorting to boxing now in a real trade of punches. The kicks have just gone wayward for the moment. The odd front kick there from John. Both fighters obviously just want to bomb each other out.
Riyad has to step it up. They know time's going down. A 10-8 round, and he's hurt him again.
Another big right hand over the top, just catching him high on the temple, and that can knock people out.
Those clubbing rights are a real winner for John Shields at the moment, Sandy. And again, left and right again.
Solid shots.
Riyad has to pull everything out to stop this man if he's going to get a win, I feel. And I think John Shields has got it this time. I really feel he's got it.
Yes, I think he raised his hands in the air. Riyad half attempted to put his hand up. I think he knows as well. I think his corner knows as well. They're trying to raise his hands, give him a little bit of spirit, and he did his best. But I personally think that John, because of that, that 10-8, I think that's going to determine this fight, Malcolm, personally. Hats off to Riyad, because he's a gutsy
Ladies
fighter.
and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, the judges have reached their decision in this incredibly close bout. And the decision goes to, in the red corner from the permanent gym,
I had a feeling, Sandy, I just had a feeling.